there's a battle being fought all around you right now. It's totally silent, completely invisible. It's a war for bandwidth, for connectivity, for the very signals that run our modern lives. And when we lose one of those battles, our worlds can pretty much grind to a halt. So let's get right into it. This is our deep dive on radio frequency interference. We're actually kicking off a 12-part series based on a really extensive report by Virtualization Options LLC. It's called Radio Frequency Interference, Navigating the Invisible Threat to Connectivity. And for this first part, we're going to tackle Chapter 1 and really get to the bottom of what this invisible threat is all about. Just take a look at this. Every single one of those waves is a piece of information. It could be a phone call, a video you're streaming, your GPS location. We are literally living in an ocean of data. But, it's not a calm ocean. Not at all. It's more like a chaotic storm of overlapping, competing signals, and sometimes they just crash right into each other. And I guarantee you felt that crash, that moment of pure frustration when a crucial video call just freezes, or when you ask your smart speaker for the weather and you just get nothing. Or maybe the worst one, your Wi-Fi, for absolutely no reason you can see, just gives up. Well, it's not just bad luck, and it might not even be your internet provider. There is something else going on here. Okay, so let's start our investigation. We're going to hunt down the invisible culprit behind all these digital headaches. And as you're about to see, it's responsible for a whole lot more than just a laggy video game. And here it is, our prime suspect, radio frequency interference, or RFI for short. To put it simply, it's just electronic noise. It's any unwanted signal that gets in the way of the signals you actually want to receive. It's the static that can bring our entire high-tech world to its knees. And the impact is, well, it's massive. It really ranges from those personal annoyances, the dropped calls and glitchy smart gadgets, all the way up to incredibly high-stakes failures. I mean, think about a business losing a huge transaction because its payment system goes down. Or, and this is way scarier, critical systems in an airplane or life-saving medical equipment malfunctioning, all because of this invisible noise. This is not just an inconvenience. It can be a genuine, serious threat. So the big question is, why is this such a huge deal right now? Well, it's because in our world today, RFI has both the motive and the opportunity to cause chaos. And frankly, we're the ones who handed them both over on a silver platter. This quote from the report really just hits the nail on the head. It captures our modern dilemma perfectly. We absolutely love the freedom of wireless, right? Our phones, our homes, our cars. We've cut the cords on pretty much everything. But with every single cord we've cut, we've also created a new point of failure. Just look at the scale of this problem. By 2030, experts are projecting 50 billion, that's billion with a B, internet-connected devices. We're talking everything from your fridge to your car to industrial sensors, all of them screaming for their own little slice of the airwaves. And here's the thing, those airwaves are already jam-packed. In big cities, during the busiest times of day, up to 75% of the most common wireless frequencies are already being used. It is a digital traffic jam, and we just keep adding more and more cars to the road. And that traffic jam has a cost, a huge one. The estimated price tag for U.S. businesses because of wireless interference is a staggering $150 billion every single year. That's all lost productivity, downtime, and hours spent troubleshooting. This highway analogy really gets to the core of the issue. See, we can't just build more electromagnetic spectrum. It's a natural, finite resource. We have a highway with a set number of lanes, and we're trying to squeeze an absolutely insane amount of traffic onto it. Collisions aren't just possible, they're inevitable. Now, RFI doesn't just happen in one way. Kind of like in a crime drama, there are different methods, a different modus operandi, if you will. The disruption can be a complete accident, or it can be a deliberate attack. So on one side, you've got unintentional interference. This is the accidental noise that leaks out from other electronics. Your microwave oven, a cheap phone charger, even faulty power lines can spew out electromagnetic energy that messes with your Wi-Fi. It's usually just a design flaw or some kind of malfunction. But then, on the other side, you have something much, much darker. Intentional interference. This stuff is malicious. It's someone using an illegal signal jammer to block cell service, or a GPS spoofer to send fake location data. This is RFI being used as a weapon. So how does this whole disruption actually happen? Well, it's a pretty simple 4-step process. First, your device sends out its signal, trying to talk to something else.
Then some form of that unwanted energy, the RFI, gets introduced and it overlaps with your signal. After that, the device on the other end, the receiver, just gets confused. It can't tell the difference between the real signal and all the noise. And finally, the system either tries to fix it or it just gives up. And boom, your connection is lost.
Now, you're probably thinking, if this threat is invisible, how in the world do we fight it? Well, it's a good question. But even an invisible culprit leaves behind clues. And luckily, experts have the right tools to follow them. See, engineers don't just guess. They measure the evidence. They use metrics like the signal-to-noise ratio to see how clear the original message is compared to all the background static. They measure the bit error rate to count exactly how many of those digital ones and zeros get flipped, which corrupts your data. They even track packet loss to see how much of your data just never even shows up. Each one of these metrics is like a fingerprint that RFI leaves at the scene of the crime.
So the biggest takeaway from this first part of our explainer is this. RFI is not some vague, random technical glitch. It's a very real, very quantifiable problem. Those dropped calls and slow Wi-Fi speeds, they're just the tip of a much, much larger iceberg. Under the surface, it is an invisible force with a multi-billion-dollar impact and some really profound consequences for our safety and security.
Okay, so we've identified our culprit. We understand its methods. We even know it leaves behind evidence. But that brings us to the biggest question of all. Where is all of this interference actually coming from? From our own homes to the far reaches of the cosmos, the sources are way more surprising than you might think. And that is exactly what we're going to investigate in part 2.